The Slick Man. It started like any other late-night studio session at Bad Boy Records. The bass thumped like a heartbeat, lights dim, smoke curling in the air. Diddy sat behind the mixing console, nodding to the beat, his shades reflecting the soft glow of a single red bulb overhead. "Take 5, he said, waving off the engineer. Alone now, the silence was thick. He pulled out his phone, scrolled through some messages, and then noticed something weird, a DM on Instagram from an unverified account named @slick.man1998. Just an image. A bottle of baby oil, half empty, sitting on a white pedestal in a dark room. The caption read, "Remember what you promised." Diddy frowned. A joke. A prank from someone inside the studio. He ignored it. But as he got up to leave the booth, the door refused to budge. Locked. The red light flickered, then dimmed entirely, replaced by a cold blue hue spilling from under the door. He heard it then. A wet dragging sound, like something heavy sliding across tile. He leaned close to the door, about to shout, when something splashed on the other side. He stumbled back. The smell hit next, talcum and sweetness, but sharp underneath, baby oil. It seeped under the door like thick ink. Diddy jumped onto a chair, heart hammering. Then the voice came. Low, smooth. Almost mocking. "You forgot the ritual, Sean." A chill ran down his spine. No one called him Sean like that. No one who was still breathing. Suddenly, the monitors turned on by themselves. The screen showed grainy, VHS quality footage. Diddy, in a white room, younger, maybe 1998. Surrounded by candles, shirtless, and completely slick with baby oil, chanting in a language not of this world. Around him, contracts, names, faces, Maze, Biggie, even a blurred-out figure that couldn't be recognized. He staggered back. He didn't remember this. Or maybe he blocked it out. The video ended with the same pedestal, the bottle, and a final whisper. "Renew it. Or we'll take what was paid." Suddenly the studio door slammed open on its own, revealing a corridor not made of brick or plaster, but bone. Walls slick and pulsating with dark fluid. He ran. He sprinted down the endless hall as whispers chased him, voices chanting, mocking, asking for oil, for flesh, for payment. He saw gold plaques on the walls, his hits, melting, dripping down into a pool of oil collecting at his feet. From the end of the hallway emerged the Slick Man, a tall, glistening figure, completely coated in baby oil, skin gleaming like glass. Its eyes were hollow. No mouth. Just a long, snake-like finger pointing at Diddy's chest. One must be renewed. Diddy screamed as the figure lunged. He awoke in his office, face pressed against the mixing board, drenched in sweat. No baby oil. No monster. Except, his phone buzzed. A new DM. From @slick.man1998. "Next time, bring the bottle." He opened the drawer beneath the console, hands trembling. At the very back, wrapped in an old towel, sat a full, unopened bottle of baby oil. It had never left. Diddy didn't sleep that night. He sat in the studio, the baby oil bottle on the console in front of him like some ancient artifact. Still sealed. Still warm. He didn't touch it again, not yet. He called security. Told them to sweep the place. They found nothing. No blue lights. No bones. No fluid. No sign the door had ever been locked. Just the same studio he'd built hit after hit in, but now it felt like it was watching him. The next day, he tried to shake it off. Tried to bury it in the mix, in compression ratios, in vocals from some new signee trying to sound like Biggie if Biggie had been born on TikTok. But every time he looked up, on every screen in the studio, the reflection showed something behind him. A blur. A shimmer. Like something slick and breathing, just barely out of frame. The bottle never moved. But it was always warmer than it should have been. That night, he broke. He poured a glass of Ciroc, downed it. Opened the bottle. Just a crack. The smell hit instantly. Talc, sugar, rot. Childhood and death. The air got heavy. Like the room exhaled. And then the lights flickered, and the monitors turned back on their own. This time, no VHS static. This time, it was live. He saw himself. From above. Top down, like a drone shot, except this feed was from inside the room. He looked up, nothing there. No camera. But on the screen, his reflection didn't match his movements. It stood still. Breathing. And then it smiled. You waited too long, it said. But the mouth didn't move. The voice came from the monitors, the walls, the floor. You benefited too long. What are you? Diddy whispered. You know me, it said. You made me. Back then. In that room. Covered in oil, speaking the names. The screen changed. Quick flashes. A list of names. Christopher Wallace. Mason Betha. Loon. Shine. Donady Kane. G. Depp. Cassie. A few redacted, too blurry to read. Each name flickered, and as it did, he saw a frame. Each artist, looking directly into the camera, their eyes wide, their mouths whispering something silent. Wasn't my fault, Diddy muttered. They made their own choices. The voice answered coldly. You presented the choice. You lit the candles. You made the trade. A contract appeared on the screen now. Faded, in an alphabet he didn't recognize. But at the bottom, a line was clear. Renewal due. Payment owed. Suddenly the studio plunged into darkness. A cold breeze swept through the room. The bottle slipped from Diddy's hand. It shattered on the floor, and from the spill rose the slick figure, the slick man himself, towering, gleaming, impossibly tall. No more running, it whispered. Diddy backed up, heart racing. His phone buzzed once more. From at Slick.Man 1998. Next time, it's not just the bottle. It's the soul. And as the darkness swallowed the studio, the last thing Diddy saw was his own reflection on the broken screen. Smiling,